And now for something completely different.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to a civil discussion with Jon Malin.
Holy crap, that is right up in my... Can you go to the two wide screens? I can't stand myself that big. Thank you.
John.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mike.
How are you doing?
Fantastic. I just got back from dinner with the wife, so I'm full lethargic.
How was Taco Bell?
No. It was a restaurant. Yeah. I don't. She doesn't like the bell as much.
I miss you, man.
Yeah. I miss how it was, Mike. I miss how it was. These days, I wish I could say I miss you more. Now, before we begin, I need that room clear, though.
What room? This room?
This room, yes. I'm not gonna. I don't want to put you in a position to where your kids would possibly, potentially, hear my mouth. should things slip? You know how I am, Mike.
Okay. Hey guys, can you go play on the Xbox? Or something? Isaac's over here watching us.
Evil E can stay, but
he's not in.
Not the little ones. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Hi, Don.
How's it going, Evil E?
Way beyond.
All right.
Close the door, Micah.
Elijah, you have to be a silent observer, man. This is just a mano-a-mano conversation, though.
Let the men talk.
Well, yeah, sure. All right. Yeah. So, Mike, a lot of stuff going on lately.
Like what?
Your stream last night, man. It was crazy. I appreciate. Let me say, I appreciate that you undid your blocks. I think that's a good token, a good gesture.
Everybody deserves a second chance.
Yeah, I think that's fine, and good for you. But I want to have the conversation that's been necessary for a while now.
Okay.
And I wanted to, if at all possible, straighten some of these things out. I think some things are probably at a point of non-repair. But if there's anything that can be salvaged, let's try and do that. Fair enough?
Yeah. Just the one thing that sticks in my craw, dude, that I don't think you understand what you attacked my business, my livelihood. And you don't see it that way. I know you don't see it that way. But that was the net result.
The net result is a result of your own actions, starting from when you try to purge your own subscribers. You went and had a 2-day purge marathon, if I recall. That is what primarily damaged your business. You took out people that used to super chat you, potentially people that used to buy from your auctions when you did this. This is damaging. Not to mention any goodwill that was left over for the fans. You shucked that for your own hatred of Ethan. And that's everything you put upon yourself.
To a degree, that's true.
To a large degree.
To a degree, that's true.
Degree.
You have to freaking realize, dude, there was a direct correlation between the videos you produced and the let's go freaking prove Mike wrong, etc. I don't remember all the exact verbiage of you doing your videos and then going directly on Ethan's videos, going to the ComicsGate audience and telling them that I called ComicsGate a cult, telling them I was anti-ComicsGate.
Hold on.
No, I'm just saying
I don't like it when people lay out 5 things.
This is the one
I have
thing
I have as much responsibility to damage of you, whatever your career or whatever else you blame that for, as you would have towards your negativity towards my career Not to mention the damage that you could have potentially done to Ethan's reputation, his backers, everyone else. Let's call it a wash. Let's call it a wash. What do you want?
I've never tried to damage yours.
Every time you do a video is no different than when I do a video.
I have
no different from when Ethan does a video.
I've never tried to damage anything about you. What are you talking about?
ComicsGate. Now, this is the second part. This is the second part here. Now, this is where your integrity, I want everyone who watches this stream to think about the intent of what was being said in that tweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're claiming this thing to be a literal. But you and I want you to be honest, hand on the Bible, because that's your thing. I want you to be honest, Mike. One, what was the intent? To God.
Hold on.
What was the intent?
Let's read it.
Please bring it up. Let's let everyone see it. I'd love it to be soaked in 100%.
Where is it?
And this is a God, and Evil E is behind you. He's going to take this with him the rest of his life.
No, I don't understand why you don't.
Mike, just bring it up.
I know. Hold on.
Let's take it one at a time.
Oh, I'm not following you, so it's not showing up. Hold on. Man, dang it.
And hello to everybody in chat. If you hate me, that's fine, guys. To those that still have respect, miss you guys. You're all great. I'm not looking at the chat, by the way. I'm keeping this just right here. So.
All right, I'm following you now, just so I can see this thing.
It's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. Mike, you blocked me. You are the one who is responsible.
I did. Because I didn't want to fight, and so I was sick of. I get too easily lured into it. I admit to being weak.
It's okay.
I like to fight, and I didn't want to fight, so I blocked you.
It's okay.
Where the hell is this thing?
It should be within a couple of my profile. I think it was probably the last thing that I tweeted about.
Oh, it's probably. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, the first one.
We can go right to the second.
Okay.
Let's go right to the second.
All right. What I'm responding to, Cult of Altus says, you can hold any ideology so long as you don't use ComicsGate to perpetuate it. ComicsGate is more important than your religions or ideologies. That's the point.
Yes, that is the context.
Yeah, this is.
And then your response.
This guy isn't being facetious. This
right,
guy.
You're right. It doesn't matter.
ComicsGate is more important than religion. And
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No, what I'm responding to.
Hold on, Mike.
Exactly matters.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. It's a guy on the internet, and I don't believe for a second that you took anything he said as lightly. And again, I want you to consider hand of the Bible. Evil E, your son, is going to take this life lesson on for, hopefully the next 100 years. This guy here is clearly saying something that is, what most people would deem is outrageous. No one should ever be asked to put their religion, but it doesn't matter. But I believe you believe this guy. And I believe when you wrote this, that you were not being literal. You were being sarcastic. You were saying, anyone who thinks this is thinking of CG as a cult, please don't. Now, hand to God. You are either saying this is literal, and you were defending ComicsGate in this tweet.
Yeah.
Of September 22nd.
Of this cult accusation. Yeah. If you're thinking like this, please don't. I honestly can't wrap my head around.
That's not what you wrote,
think.
Mike. Mike, that is not what you wrote. You said anyone who thinks this, Mike,
is thinking of CG as a cult.
Mike,
please don't.
That's not what you meant.
Honestly, with the Lord Jesus Christ standing on my shoulder, I have no idea how you're reading that as other than what it says.
Mike, you're 100% disingenuous. You're 100% lying about what you said.
No, I'm not.
This is not the intent. Now I want you to think back. I want you to think back when you and I discussed this in direct messages.
Dude, if I thought CG was...
I called this out on you in a direct message. Did I or did I not? And you conceded. Did you or did you not?
Concede. I have it right here.
Bring it up.
All right. Read it slowly. Okay, now let's go back to that. This is the one you're talking about. How about this war campaign? Can you read? I literally said not to think of CG as a cult. You make it pretty clear you don't. Now you're just being now you're just disingenuous. Sneaky wordplay. Read it slowly. Best of luck, Mike. Okay, I'll give you this one. If you
Thank you.
Can I?
That's it. That's it.
If you
that's all it is, guys. That's it.
John, you're being disingenuous.
That is it. That's it.
I'll give this one to you. If you think CG is more important than God, you're in a cult. Good? You can
that is referring to the guy. You gave that to me, Mike. Everyone knows the intent of that tweet.
You have a motivation behind it.
It's plain as day. It's plain as day. And now you just showed everybody.
Try to defend yourself. Because
you just showed everybody it's true. You did hand to God, and you just showed everybody it's true.
Dude, you have to read the entire thing. I just said.
Mike, you go on into word salad. Everything past that doesn't even matter. You're arguing with a guy. You're arguing with a guy that no one ever defended.
It matters, John, because
I'll give this one to you. What were you giving to me? What were you giving to me?
What I'm about to say.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike, because I really can't believe you, Mike. And I think that it's going to be I think it's going to be very difficult for people within your chat. Anyone that's going to end up watching this stream, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to believe anything that you're going to say beyond this point. Because they're looking at it right now.
I know.
You're going to try to spin it, but this is it, guys. Guys,
read what I wrote.
That's it.
It's right here. Okay, I'll give this one to you. If you think CG is more important than God,
that's not it, Mike. Because I'm an atheist. You know I don't care. I don't care. You're just word salading. You're word salading onto something that someone else said.
I was using you in the general. I wasn't talking about you personally.
No, you're doing wordplay to play again, Mike. You're trying to spin it again.
Take me for my word.
This is terrible. This is terrible. You're off to a bad start, Mike. I'm sorry.
I honestly don't see it that way.
Yeah, because you're blinded by yourself, man. I mean, that's it. That's Mike. You put out the proof.
I
put out the proof.
I said exactly what I meant, and you're
you meant exactly how everybody read that, Mike. Exactly how everyone read it. Everybody
you read it.
Your most ardent followers right now read that the exact same way. Now you got the Hikarus out there that are going to ride and die with your perception, your skew on this to doomsday, because they don't care. They're anonymous people. They just don't care. But the people that still have integrity, and I think that's where this conversation is going to be about, right? Principles, integrity, things along the lines of that. They see it. You can spin this as much as you want, but I can't see how anyone, when you've shown it, I don't see how anyone can believe you past this point. So
yeah, okay. Everyone, read that in context. Read what I wrote.
They did, Mike. They did, and they find it lacking. They have to. They have to. Everybody is going to read it like that.
This is just your perception.
No, Mike, this is everybody's perception. Everybody, anyone with a little shred of integrity that isn't just completely soured by this hatred that has gone out about ComicsGate. If you have any little bit of integrity in this audience still, you have to look at that and you know 100% right now, Mike is spinning you. He's spinning you. 100%, guys.
Everybody, read it for yourself.
We're not going to agree because you can't face the truth, Mike. I don't know how much further I don't know how much further we can even go on if you can be so blind to this.
I know. I don't understand it either.
You are dying on this hill, and it's not even worth it. You should have just said, you know what? Yeah, I did imply it was a cult one time. Sorry, guys, take it back. But you put your name on it, and you showed the proof. I mean, God dang, how do we go any further than this, man? Because you look at you, you're dying on this hill. You're staring at you're trying to, how do I spin it? What did John say in there? There has to be a loophole that I can kind of worm my way through.
Literally,
there's no loophole, Mike.
Of your face.
There's no loophole.
Understand you, dude.
Mike, I'm sorry. Put up a straw poll, Mike. Let's take a vote. How many people do you think are honestly going to be back? I'm kidding about the straw poll because I'll flood it. I'll flood it, Mike.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I want you to take some time tonight with Evil E. Meditate on this. I would love for you guys to have a real honest discussion about this in private, Mike.
I know what I believe, John. I know
in
what
private. I'd like you to ask Evil E in private tonight or some other time about how he would interpret this, and I would be very. You don't have to share it with me. I don't even care. But should through this conversation you guys come to some kind of meeting of the minds and you feel like sharing it tomorrow or next week, great. Because I hope that this is a bit of the crack that will heal you. Because I think you've chosen some hills to die on. You've chosen some hills to die on, and they're very poor hills.
Not a hill, John. I know what I believe.
So let's move on. Let's move on.
Cult.
Let's move on. If I can't get you to when you're looking right at the text that you sent me where you wrote, okay, I'll give you this one. Mike, I cannot, we can talk about this till doomsday. You're not going to convince me that what you wrote was ever meant to be taken literal. You're not going to take anybody with any shred of integrity left to that what you meant was literal, that you were defending ComicsGate of all things. So
I don't want.
Let's move on. Let's move on. What's another issue with ComicsGate that you would like to discuss with me? Let me try to heal you in some way, but I'm not going to go lightly, Mike. I'm not just going to.
I don't. What about?
I mean, you hung yourself on. You called me the hangman, and you just hung yourself on this one. So
I called you the hangman.
And I want you to reflect. I want you to pray on it, Mike.
When did I call you the hangman?
You said they were tipping the hangman. That's me by backing my project. When you were hurting my business, Mike. So let's move on from this because we're not going to gain any more ground. We're going to let that simmer in everybody's mind for weeks and months. And look, if they really believe that you are saying anything along the lines of what you're claiming to be, more power to you, Mike.
Oh, okay. I think
nobody's going to believe that. Let's move on.
I was trying to think of what you said. I just think it's not. I think this is the crux of what ruined our friendship because you.
I took you for what you wrote. Because I took you for what you wrote, and because everybody took you for that comment.
It's not for what I wrote.
Then Mike, if this is the crux,
stop talking for a second.
If this is the crux, then you ruined our friendship over a lie.
Stop. You're saying that I can't think what I wrote or I can't take what I literally wrote literally, because I have to accept your interpretation.
No, this isn't a court of this isn't a court of law, Mike. We're not in criminal court. This is this is conversations between people, human beings. I know what you meant. Everybody knows what you meant.
I know what I meant.
You are trying to spin it into something else. Mike, let's just move on because we're not going to agree.
Literally what
We're not going to agree, Mike. The entire world, if Donald Trump had wrote that, if anyone would have wrote that, they would see it for what it was.
Stand. I'm not spinning anything. People can read exactly what I read.
It's spun.
They can take it for exactly what it says. Because
What's your next gripe? What's your next gripe with ComicsGate?
I don't have gripes with ComicsGate.
That's right. You've always defended ComicsGate, even when you've referred to it, even in that walk and talk, wasn't it cultish? Cultish?
There are people within comics. I just had this conversation today. I don't broad brush all of ComicsGate as anything. There are people,
except when you did it in this tweet.
Except
when you did in the tweet there, right? Because ComicsGate is an idea. It's not a person. It's just an idea.
Dude, you're so obstinate.
Sure. Give me some more syllable words. I only go 2 syllables, Mike. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's go with my 4th grade education, Mike.
2. That's only 2.
Let's go. That's 3.
3 what?
Syllables.
Obtuse?
Obstinance.
Oh, yeah, that's why I went with obtuse.
Yeah, let's go.
2. No, I just said today, I don't know if you saw that part of the stream, I don't like people broad brushing all of ComicsGate.
Except when you did, but go ahead.
No, so I don't have a problem with ComicsGate.
Okay.
I have a problem with.
Let me bring up some of these issues that.
All right.
That you are just.
Let's do it.
All right. So you've said multiple times, it's even in one of my videos, I do believe, that you were being dictated to on who you could follow or who you could have on your show and who you couldn't have on your show. So I want to know who told you who you could have on your show and who you could not have on your show. And I want to know who was the person that you were not allowed to speak to on your show.
I honestly don't remember that.
Mike, this is a huge accusation. If somebody told me that I couldn't have somebody on my show, I would have the name. I'd say, well, it was Mike. Mike told me I couldn't have Ellis on my show. That's a huge accusation.
All right. If I
now,
said
I want a name. I want 2 names. I want 2 names. I think everybody deserves it. Let's get the evidence out there, Mike.
John, you're asking me. I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Mike,
I'm not saying
now you don't know. Now you don't know.
I'm not saying I may not have said something like that. I'm saying
you said exactly that. You said, I'm not going to be told. I'm not going to who I can have or not have on my show. You did it in a voice like that.
If I said that, that's not.
Oh, here we go. Spin it. Spin it.
John,
yeah, go ahead.
Behave like a freaking adult for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can we just talk like rational human beings instead of like
just answer the question,
accusing each other of stuff?
Mike, it's not an accusation. This is what you said. I'm trying to have your accusation. You made an accusation. I'm trying to take your accusation and bring it all the way home. Let's find out who this son of a bitch was, and let's call him out. Let's call him out because I want to know. I want to know who in ComicsGate is telling who can have who on whose show, and I want to know who is being gatekept from coming onto these streams. I want to know. This is important.
It was a principle. I'm saying that I'm not going to make my channel, if I'm ComicsGate or not, I'm not going to limit my exposure of my friends, who I'm going to have on and who I'm not going to have on my show.
And no one ever told you had to.
Because they will or will not accept the ComicsGate label.
No one ever told you had to.
That is correct.
I want to know specifically. Say this clearly. No one has ever told me not to have anyone on my show, and no one specifically has ever been singled out and been told not to come on my show.
This is correct.
All right. That's a corrective. Now, I want everyone to know Mike said it. Mike made that accusation, I believe at least twice. I believe at least twice to bring down ComicsGate, to make it sound like it was this big oppressor upon him. And it never happened, guys. Never happened. He was completely disingenuous about that, as much as he was about the tweet before.
Anyone, John. Oh my
as much as you were the tweet before. Mike, you're completely dishonest. It's transparent.
I didn't accuse anybody. It was
transparent.
I was talking about.
Yeah, Mike, I'm going to make a Mail After Midnight video, man. I'm going to put this clip right next to that clip, and it's going to just, Mike, it doesn't, you do yourself harm. You hurt, you are your own worst enemy, you sabotage yourself. You put yourself on these made up hills to die on. Everything you do is 100% your fault. It's always been 100% your fault. I tried to freaking help you out. I tried to give you good advice when you were leaving ComicsGate, and I got it all figured out, man. Blah, blah, blah. Mike, you are not as smart. Now, you may know forcible words, Mike. You may know forcible words. But look, dude, you think you're playing 4D chess, and you're failing. And I'm playing checkers like a fucking boss, man.
I think I missed it.
I'm not making these made up things, these made up scenarios that I'm going to try to manipulate people through. Speaking of made up scenarios that you try to manipulate people through, Mike, when you made these accusations about Ethan, about how he was taking my channel down with intent and was not going through these channels to help me out. Well,
that's just a speculation.
It's just a speculation, because that's honesty. That's something that you really expect. You made up a fucking rumor, Mike. You made up a fucking rumor, and you try to manipulate. You try to further hurt Ethan from something you made up. You made it up.
I didn't make it up. I said exactly what happened, and I speculated.
What happened? Tell your audience right now what happened.
Okay, so when Ethan
just the facts. When
Ethan got a copyright strike on his channel, he told me that he called or talked to somebody at YouTube, and he got it all.
Well, I'm somebody at YouTube.
Within somebody that works at YouTube, John.
Well, whatever.
And he got, lo and behold, 48 hours later. Remember?
Yeah.
He got his strike back.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't keep track of the days. I'm not counting his hours.
I was offering Ethan to.
Sure. Let's say it happened in 24 hours. Okay, great. 24 hours. He had his channel back up.
And then Ethan was responsible for getting your channel whacked. So I'm like, well,
I share responsibility. I allowed the video to be played. Go ahead.
Well, hopefully Ethan can talk to the same person that he talked to at YouTube to get his own channel unstruck and get it unstruck. And I never, ever heard Ethan say anything about it.
So you made up a rumor. You put out the suggestion. You suggested that he was being nefarious towards me, because what you want to do is you wanted to put a wedge between Ethan and myself. And you did this in the DM too. You can show that if you want.
No, I speculated.
Show it in the DM. Show it in the DM.
Well, it's just what you just said. You just said.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You were trying to manipulate me then. You were trying to manipulate me then. You were. Mike, come on, just admit it. You were trying to manipulate me. You're trying to put a wedge between Ethan and mine, and you had zero evidence.
I know. That's why I asked you.
Zero evidence.
Whether or not he did. Right. But then Ethan comes out and he says he never called YouTube for himself, which is one of us.
It doesn't matter.
Mike,
it doesn't matter. It's not my, it's a little bit of my business. It's a little bit of my business, but it's zero of your business. But you still wanted to put out a rumor that you completely made up. It never happened at all. The scenario that you implied.
What Ethan does to me all the time.
But you still put it out on your walk and talk yesterday.
Ethan does it to me all the time.
Mike,
do you ever call him on it?
If you want to bring up something, then bring up something specific that I have intimate knowledge of, to where I can actually have a discussion on it. But you can't just say he does it to me all the time. You're just painting things, or you're painting pictures for people to be like, guys, yeah, maybe I did that. Maybe I did that. Wink, wink. He does it to me all the time. Wink, wink. Just let that one slide.
You were on the show last night when Ethan was doing all of his little speculations about how I didn't have any money or didn't, I've
heard these discussions.
And how often do you call Ethan
you could be a millionaire right now, and I'm happy for you.
Speculating, and you're making Mike look bad, and it's really not fair, and you shouldn't. How many times have you said that?
Yeah, don't speculate. Yeah, don't speculate. What?
That's how many times you freaking stood up to Ethan for me.
Mike, you are a terrible, terrible person. I've already been establishing this. You lied about the call tweet.
John? How about this?
You lied about the call tweet. You lied about how ComicsGate was telling you who you could have on your channel and who you could not. They were complete lie, Mike. Complete lie. And now you fabricated this up.
I enjoy this. I have the mute button. So, John, when you sit there and you listen to Ethan talk about what a stupid businessman I am for not making Monster Hunt its own campaign, and you keep your mouth completely shut about the fact that the reason it's not its own campaign is because you didn't want it to be. Explain that, oh righteous one.
Can't talk. Thank you. If this conversation is going to continue, you mute me again, I'm gone. Okay? Dude, no. We are here to have it out, Mike. This is either going to clear the air or I'm fucking out of your life, man.
A conversation requires you to allow me to speak.
Look, I don't care. I don't care how you run your campaigns, but what you just complained about, it's a non-issue. Who cares how you ran your campaign? Yeah, if you would have ran Monster Hunt by its own book, you probably would have made 70 grand more. He's right.
And you wouldn't know, John, but you never say that, do you, when he's talking crap about me?
What? That he's right? Ethan, you're right. Yeah, Mike would have made probably $70,000 more if he would have ran Monster Hunt by itself. You're right, Ethan.
Let me.
What do you want me to do? Well, Ethan, 9 covers in a campaign. I think Mike is actually doing the right thing. Wow. No, I don't think you were, and I told you that. When we were still hanging out, I told you these things.
You are the reason it wasn't its own campaign, but you will shut your little mouth and let Ethan railroad me about making that.
Wait, how am I the reason that it wasn't its own campaign? What am I making about your business decisions for you?
Are you freaking kidding me?
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me, John?
Yeah, Mike, yeah, I'm kidding. Come on, what are you talking about? How is anything you do my fault?
You didn't want me using Graveyard Shift to do its own campaign for Monster Hunt.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Now you remember.
No, I don't remember, but it's a maybe. Let me find out. Let me look in the DMs or emails or something. That's possible, Mike. But yeah, what does it matter?
I totally would have. I wanted to.
Right. What does it matter? What does it matter? If Ethan's still right, look. If you're right, Mike, I will go into my emails. I'll go in my DMs and I'll say you're right. I did say that. That's 100% fine with me. But the point is, it doesn't really matter. It's your business.
No, but that's
not. Ethan's right. And Ethan's right. Yeah, if you would have done 70,000, yeah, and I'll be. Ethan, I did tell him I didn't want him to do it as his own campaign. Yeah, I'll look it up.
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
You sit there and you let him freaking bash me.
Why don't you bring this up? Why don't you say, hey, John, you did tell me to do this, and this was the case. You never brought it up a single time. You never wrote me and said, John, well, you did tell me this. Why didn't you correct the record?
Why? I mean, what?
Jesus Christ,
I'm
man.
not on the stream.
Mike, if that is true, and it could very well be true. It could very well be true.
100% true. I would have totally been Monster Hunter.
Say, John, yeah, this was the case. And I'll say, you know what, motherfucker, you're right. I am a forgetful guy.
I told Ethan too.
Okay. If that's the truth, then great. You're right. You're right. It is my fault that Monster Hunt is its own thing. If I wrote that, because it does sound like something I would write.
Yeah. Because you said that you were doing you're borrowing Lone Star, but you're just doing it as a little add-on, so you weren't making any extra money off of it, and so you didn't want me actually making a whole extra thing to do its own campaign.
Oh, tick for tat.
Tit for tat. Those are the words you used.
Okay.
And see, I just wanted you to freaking be like, Ethan,
all right. Look, records corrected. Next time we have a conversation and it's like, Mike's dummy because he didn't write, I'll say, you know what?
I appreciate it.
That's fine. That's 100%. All
I
right. And let's see. What was the other one? You told Wenger yesterday? Yeah, last night.
It's the only time I've ever talked to him, so it must have been.
Okay. You told Wenger last night that you wanted ComicsGate to appeal to as many people as possible, except the gays.
No, that's not the issue. Do you think anyone left ComicsGate, gay, straight, or otherwise, because I wrote Pride is a Sin?
I don't know, Mike. How would I know that?
I didn't say. Do you know for a fact? I said, do you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think someone might have left you. I think someone might have left you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ComicsGate. I'm not talking about
ComicsGate is an idea. It's not a company. It's an idea. Yeah.
But I'm not talking about.
But you wanted ComicsGate.
If someone doesn't want to support me because of my personal religious beliefs, that's fine. I understand that. That's everybody's right.
Yeah.
Right. But me posting Pride is a Sin, I would lay all my Bitcoin down that no one left ComicsGate because of it.
Maybe you can't prove it. I can't prove it.
But
there's no way of proving this thing. There's no metric for it. Right? No metric for it.
Freaking positive.
But here's the thing, Mike. You could have said that as part of ComicsGate, and you and Ethan and myself could have had a rift, as we did. But you left ComicsGate. You left it.
I left ComicsGate like
you left comics. You because in your mind, ComicsGate is Ethan. That's how what it is in your mind. Because you never had. Now that's your idea.
Primarily, I honestly think that most, probably 80% or more of people who identify with ComicsGate now are Ethan fans.
Who cares?
Well, no, you just brought it up, John. I'm adding to the
I think a lot of the people that are still here are still Ethan fans. Who fucking cares? Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, everything doesn't.
You could have left. You and Doug. Let me get my bit out. You and Doug could have left, or could have left the influential sphere of Ethan, and you never had to leave ComicsGate because ComicsGate is just an idea. But you guys both pronounced, I am leaving ComicsGate. Doug went on to try to burn the entire place down. You tried to paint it as a cult, which you still deny, even though you and your right-hand man, Edwin's still out there.
Edwin has used that language.
Real cultish, lot of cult stuff going over there. Oh, ridiculous.
Edwin used that language.
But you guys could have left the sphere of Ethan and my own sphere, and you still could have been ComicsGate, just like John Del Rose may consider himself ComicsGate, or anybody else that I don't get along with can consider themselves ComicsGate. There's no power there. It's an idea. But you had to leave and then take shots at ComicsGate because you wanted to hurt Ethan.
What shots did I take at ComicsGate?
Well, you called it a cult.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Like
everybody is going to look at that tweet you sent. Anyone with integrity is going to say.
Everyone make up your own mind about that, because
you also went and called it cultish in your walk.
Those two tweets are the best evidence John had that I ever.
It's the only evidence I need. It's the only evidence I need. It's the only evidence I need, Mike.
Dude,
there is not a quantity. It is not a question of quantity.
The word cult, and that's the best.
It is not a question of quantity.
Look,
how many things would I need to have to prove that you called it a cult? One thing. There it is.
And it doesn't exist. Both of those are.
Oh no, it exists. We already covered it. 100%, Mike. You are not going to spin me. You are not going to spin me. Like you are going to try and spin your audience, and like you are going to try and spin Elijah on this. You are not going to spin me.
You're projecting.
You're not going to spin me on this.
You're the spin master, my man.
Not at all, Mike.
Absolutely.
And people are not going to view me as a spin master on this either, because I'm 100% honest about everything that's going on in this conversation. Only one person is skewing facts. That's you.
I'm skewing facts by telling people to read what I said and make up their own mind. Okay, John.
No. You're the intent of that tweet, Mike.
Yeah.
And when you even said, I'll give you that.
Reader.
And when you even, no, I don't have to be a mind reader. I just have to speak English, write it, read it. Yeah.
Apparently you have to be a mind reader, John.
No, it's not necessary.
Clearly it is, because you're not a very good English reader if you can't.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a two-syllable guy. I'm a big dummy, and you're playing 4D chess poorly. Go ahead. Yeah, try. Go ahead. Try and insult my intelligence, Mike, because you have nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing that the fictional person that told you who you could have on your channel doesn't exist. I've proven it doesn't exist. The people that you were supposedly being told you couldn't have on your channel didn't exist. Never happened. Never had a conversation about it.
I know. I just
never happened.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying that was not. I wasn't making accusations against people.
Mike,
a general principle.
Mike, you were making accusations about a conversation that never happened, just like you made accusations about Ethan trying to ruin my channel. It had no factual basis whatsoever. You're just throwing it out there like it might have happened.
I don't think he tried to help.
Wink.
I don't think Ethan.
You're a manipulator. You're a manipulator, Mike. It's dastardly. It's scandalous. It's a scheme and scam.
If you just constantly ramble on and on, John. I don't think Ethan intended to get your channel struck. I don't.
But you put that rumor out.
I didn't. I didn't say he intended to get your channel struck.
You put that rumor out. You implied. Remember?
Speculated. Yeah.
Right?
I speculated.
Who's being honest here? Who is being honest in this?
Can I finish a freaking sentence, please, John? I speculated that he didn't try to get it unstruck.
Oh my God. You don't find that in your principles? You don't find that in your principles to be a little gray?
I find it to be within his
Holy fuck.
personality.
Holy fuck, dude. Mike, you are ruining yourself. Ruining yourself. Your reputation is burning right here, man. Continue, please. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to drink this, and this is the last bit of your reputation. Go ahead. Explain away.
I don't have to explain it. I think it's totally within Ethan's personality that he's such a narcissist that he probably didn't like you guys freaking taking up all the oxygen in the room, and so he's probably more than happy to let you flounder.
Okay. Now give me a sec. I want everybody in your chat.
A saint, dude.
I want everybody in your chat.
Freaking
Mike,
blinded by his freaking.
Can I finish?
Yes.
Can I finish?
Sure.
I want everybody in chat, everybody who's watching this, to see and recognize exactly what he's doing, how he's trying to hurt Ethan's reputation by implying, and this is a principled man. This is a principled man.
You're talking about me.
Man of God, judged by God. This is your principled man. Everyone watching this, you're a principled man. Don't think for a second that he won't do the same to you.
Joseph says, Mike, he's got you on this point. Just admit that you were trying to get a dig at him. Yeah. I
principled man.
I don't think Ethan is a principled man.
No, you, Mike.
No, I'm responding to Joseph. I don't think Ethan is a principled man.
Don't respond to the chat, Mike. Mike, don't respond to the chat. Respond to me.
I don't think Ethan.
You made that up. You made it up. You were not a peaceful man. You were not a peaceful man. You wanted war, and you got it last night. You got it last night. You don't think that Ethan heard that and wasn't pissed the fuck off? I mean, dude, you are. Yeah. See, now everybody, look what Mike just did. This is your principled man, a man of Christ, a man of integrity.
I just find it interesting that you don't hold Ethan up to any standards.
Mike, one, Ethan is not a Bible thumper of principles.
But
you
does call
you are.
when it's
You are. You are undoubtedly. You are a principled man.
Thank you.
And you will principles above loyalty, right?
That's right.
Principled man, guys. Principled man.
Okay. I apologize. I was taking a dig at Ethan. It was not necessary.
Okay.
Sorry, Ethan.
Thank you. It took a lot of work to get that out of you, Mike, because you pick these poor
Because I'm also a
hills to die
stubborn
on.
man.
Poor hills to die on.
No.
Is there anything else you would like to get out about ComicsGate?
You keep
About
saying about
mistreatment?
ComicsGate. See, this is the thing. You and Ethan constantly paint me as anti-ComicsGate. I don't like Ethan. I think he's a terrible human being, and I hate the way War Campaign conducts itself. And I think those things.
I hate the way John Delarose conducts himself. What do I do?
I absolutely agree with you.
What do I do?
Can I finish the point? I think that these things corrupt what the public sees as ComicsGate.
There's an
I
influence.
got an email today from a professional who watched that stream last night. Absolutely freaking disgusted by Ethan and his brigade, by how they came in and just
put dildo memes on you. Yeah,
what they did, all that stuff.
Dildo memes. Dildo memes. They put a dildo. So one of them put a dildo meme out for me today.
That's my thing, dude. How are you gonna grow it? How are you gonna grow if you can't reach people you need to build it? Because
okay, now you're talking ComicsGate as a whole. How do you build it? How do you build it when you attack 3% with the pride is a sin tweet, Mike? Because this is what you care about: growing ComicsGate, growing ComicsGate. That's the whole of it,
John.
So how do we grow ComicsGate? Well, we don't go and say pride is a sin out of the blue.
Hold on.
So now we have to police you, Mike. We have to police you now, Mike.
Interesting, isn't
right?
it?
But if you want us to police War Campaign, we have to police you.
And you did.
No, we didn't. You left. You left because we don't police anybody. We don't police anybody. We say, Mike, that was dumb. Mike, that was dumb. No one threw you out of ComicsGate. No one threw you out of ComicsGate. We said, Mike, that was dumb. And I've said many times on many live streams that I don't agree with what's going on. I think dildo memes are dumb. What do you want?
I wanted Ethan to stop endorsing all of that crap.
What's an endorsement? Is he writing checks? What's an endorsement?
Are you playing dumb?
No. Give me some hard line stuff about what Ethan is doing with War Campaign to where we can say, all right, let's see what is realistically in Ethan's power to handle. Go ahead.
Let's see. Actively and often saying that War Campaign does nothing wrong, which you obviously disagree with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I look. I think it's ridiculous. Look, I got a dildo in my hand today. I think it's ridiculous, but what am I going to do about it?
Do you think that it's right or wrong for Ethan to say that War Campaign does nothing wrong?
I clearly think, Mike, I just said, I don't agree with doing these dildos. Do I think it's wrong? Do I think it's wrong to have a sense of humor about things?
That's not what I asked.
What? What do you want?
I want to know if you think that Ethan is wrong in endorsing War Campaign.
How is he endorsing them?
I just said he loudly and often says War Campaign does nothing wrong. You obviously disagree that War Campaign does nothing wrong. So do you disagree with Ethan endorsing their behavior?
I disagree if Ethan is saying that they do nothing wrong. Yeah, I think that I think they do something wrong, but the wrongness of it is not in anyone's power to wipe away, to fix. Ethan can do nothing.
It is up to Ethan's behavior, whether or not he endorses, whether or not he promotes, whether or not he platforms. people, whether or not he goes onto their streams and says, "Hail War Campaign, War Campaign forever," whatever the garbage he says about promoting all the vile, vitriolic garbage that they do on a regular basis that actively got people to leave ComicsGate. That's why I was trying to defend ComicsGate, because do you remember on that stream, the stream when Ro was there, the Fall of Rome stream, and I was talking to Ro man to man. I'm like, dude, the stuff that you were doing, I get people every day telling me they're leaving ComicsGate. Your concept that you're trying to defend ComicsGate is noble, but the actions that you're taking are driving people away. Don't you understand? Yeah. And Ro got it. I mean, I got through to him that night. And then the next day, Ethan's like, I changed my mind. War Campaign does nothing wrong. Rah, dildos.
Okay. So you convinced Ro that what he does is wrong for the betterment of ComicsGate.
That's right.
So you corrected Ro. We tried to correct you with the Pride is a Sin tweet because that was for the betterment. That was for the betterment of ComicsGate.
And I apologized. And I didn't do it again.
Okay. And if you did.
See, that's the difference, John.
No, Mike, you walked away. That's the difference. You're not in ComicsGate anymore.
I walked away like a month and a half later.
Yeah, and you've continued. You've continued. Look, Mike,
later. It was almost 2 months later. It was at the end of July. It was almost 2 months later. So I walked away. It had not been an issue at that point. Right? Because
it had not been an issue at that point. After you walked away?
John, follow the timeline.
Well, you just jumped ahead like a month. You're like a month later.
Yeah. Okay. The Pride was a Sin was at the beginning of June. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Right around there. Yeah.
All the freaking bullcrap about it was 5 days later. And
doesn't matter. Yeah. Sometimes discovery takes a while.
Just explain the timeline here.
After
that, we had the kumbaya with me and Ethan and Edwin. And then from that point on, I kept getting a bunch of guys, former War Campaign guys who had left War Campaign. People were actively leaving ComicsGate because of what they considered to be anti-Christian stuff coming from War Campaign and endorsed by Ethan. And then
anti-gay stuff coming from you. Yeah.
I hadn't done anything. I mean, other than
Pride is a Sin. Jesus Christ.
I know. You keep getting hung up on that. I'm
sorry. I get hung up on
because
the tweet. It's the topic.
Look, I'm not. I know, but you have no understanding of repentance and forgiveness, right?
Mike, you left ComicsGate. What you do beyond that, or
that was
anywhere, don't care. I don't need to repent or forgive. I don't need to forgive you. I don't need anything. You could have still been posting Pride is a Sin, been a part of ComicsGate, just like War Campaign. And you know what? We can't do anything about it. That was your business move. That was
my principle.
I'm no longer ComicsGate because I can't get Ethan to take a dump on somebody else while over here I'm trying to get away with saying Pride is a Sin. And, I'm not going to be controlled. No one's controlling you. You could have still been a part of ComicsGate. You could have still said Pride is a Sin. You're your own business. No one owns you. You just wouldn't have been in my sphere or Ethan's sphere beyond that point. And you're hung up on the fact that, well, Ethan still hangs out with War Campaign. Who cares? That's his business.
People who have left
is running his own business.
The people who have left ComicsGate care.
Ethan is running his own business. You have no control over it. I have no control over it. Like you want to be
I have control over
autonomous. So does Ethan. You are trying to control Ethan's platform is what you're trying to do because you envy it. You envy it. You covet it.
I don't.
You do. 100%. Because otherwise you would be just like me and you just say, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing. I'm just not going to worry about what War Campaign is doing or how Ethan treats so-and-so. I'm just going to run my business.
You're incapable of
you want control.
You're incapable of considering other people's perspective, John.
No, you want control of other people is what is the hang up here. Mike. It's always been your hang up.
I wanted what was best for ComicsGate.
You wanted what was best for you. The best for you, Mike. And that was to watch War Campaign
get ultimately
get shit on. You wanted to watch War Campaign get shit on.
What would have been best for ComicsGate would have been what's best for me and what's best for all of us.
Oh, yeah. And what's best for... So now there you are again. ComicsGate. Now you care about it as a whole. As a whole. Guess what? You know what else would have been good for ComicsGate? Not getting a Pride is a Sin tweet. That would have been good for ComicsGate too. But we got it. And we had to deal with it.
Why are you so hung up on that? We dealt with that on the Kumbaya stream.
Mike, don't worry. Don't worry about other people's business. You worry about your business.
Well, that's right. So being associated with what I see as now being more and more corrupted by War Campaign, being associated with that label would not be good for my business.
They have like a 1,000 subs, Mike. 1,000 subs.
Your
perspective
and my perspective line up on this. You don't seem to care. I do.
Mike, I really don't care because John, again, we have people like John Delarose. I don't like what he does either. But what do you want me to do about it? Launch a crusade to ruin him, to cast him aside, to shun him?
Oh, you mean like War Campaign does?
Mike, I have nothing to do with War Campaign. I'm not a member of War Campaign. I can't stop an independent company or a business from running themselves however they want. If War Campaign is damaging themselves or ComicsGate, that's their problem. I'm over here behaving as best as I can, and people gravitate over here. That's how businesses work. That's how they work, Mike. And you're over there. You took the entire network of ComicsGate. You're like, I'm not ComicsGate anymore. It was the dumbest move you ever made. And you're like, I'm separating myself from here because I'm a creator.
Dude, you act like I did this out of some freaking glee. I think part of the War Campaign stuff was gleeful for you to try to go to war with them. Yeah, absolutely. No, leaving ComicsGate was me giving up.
Oh, I know. I was there. Yeah, War Campaign broke me. Bull crap.
They won.
No, you were so hungry for control.
You just said I was at war with War Campaign, right? I was at war. I lost.
Yeah. No, you didn't, Mike. There was no bloodshed. Here you are, still in your chair, still in your house.
You know,
all you had to do was get your nose out of War Campaign's business. That's it. Get your nose out of Ethan's business. That was it. You could have still been ComicsGate. You could have still been a shining light, a shining inspiration for everybody within ComicsGate to gravitate to. You could have brought everybody over there because you are the principled man. And they would have came because you're still ComicsGate. But no, you made the dumbest business move in all of human history. And you took the network and you said, I'm not this. And then you called it a cult. Oh, I didn't do that.
Stop with the lie, dude.
Yeah, it's a lie. You're the liar, Mike. You're the liar.
I think everyone can read all that
100%.
stuff.
Just like when you claimed that someone was telling you that you can have somebody on your show. That person doesn't exist. Neither did the person that you can have your own show.
Great.
Those are lies. Those are lies. Call them a white lie. Call them whatever you want. They're lies, Mike.
They're not.
You went and you acted like ComicsGate was this controlling figure over you, telling you who you could hang out with and who you could not. But it never happened. Not one time.
Because I didn't say anyone said that.
Oh yeah, you just painted it, just like the whole conspiracy with Ethan. You are a shady MFer, Mike. You are shady as fuck.
I don't know where to go with you, dude.
Mike, there's nowhere to go because I'm sorry, but I'm right.
You're not.
I'm right. Look, I was wrong about Monster Hunt. You got me there. But I'm right. I'm so right, Mike. It's sick. It's terribly sick. You are your worst enemy. You are your worst enemy. You are incapable of putting aside your ego for your business and doing what's right, and yet you claim principle. It's disgusting. Disgusting. I'm an atheist, and I feel like I got more principles than you, Mike. I feel like I'm a little bit more of a sturdy guy. I feel like I'm going to be there. When I make a mistake, I'm just gonna fess up to it. I'm not just deny.
And you attacked my business, and you attacked my business channel, and you cost me thousands of dollars, and you cost me hundreds of supporters. And
where's your self-responsibility for that, Mike?
You're the one that spread the lie, John.
You're the one who said, if you're a follower, Ethan, unsubscribe from me right now.
that had nothing to do with the.
That had nothing to do with hurting your business.
It had nothing to do with the direct correlation between your videos launching and the drops in subs and the freaking refunds I got directly after each one of your videos. So don't,
because of actions that you had, because of actions that you took, and things that you said. Things that you said. That's like blaming. That's like blaming a newspaper for reporting on your hypocrisy.
Through all of my Twitter, you misinterpret a tweet, and then you make an hour-long video lambasting me about something that I never said. You are a liar, John.
Bullshit, Mike. No one is going to believe a word that you say because you've shown the DM, Mike. No one's going to believe it after this. That at all was I skewing the truth on that tweet.
Called a lie,
Mike. There's one liar in this room. There's one liar in this room.
I agree.
And it ain't me, Mike.
Disagree.
No, Mike, and like I said, guys, if you have any integrity at all, this is the truth. I can't lay it out any easier, any simpler for anybody. Mike is deceptive. He's deceptive, and I can't respect that. He's gone and hurt his own business, and you've seen how he just threw it on me like it was all me. But it was Mike himself that decided to, if you're following me because of Ethan, leave. And that probably cost you hundreds of subs. You yourself, your own actions. I just said, look here, guys, look what Mike did to himself while he's blaming me and Ethan for taking food out of the mouths of his children.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mike by his own words. And money is not his God. That's and right. If he only had 4,000 subs, he would be happy because he doesn't care about money.
You're
right?
Quoting that in your attack.
Is that right?
No, I was freaking.
Oh, no? You're going to contradict yourself? Mike.
No, I said, I know exactly what I said because you quoted or you played it back on the video, but it's not like I was, that's like this weird perfection that is impossible to achieve. And I was just, it's like Jesus saying, be ye perfect as I am perfect. You can't ever reach perfection. That doesn't mean you freaking don't.
You're getting there. You're getting there though.
Don't strive, right?
You've narrowed your subs down by your own doing. You take zero responsibility for your own behavior, including
people lying about what I actually said as you're continuing,
including deceiving people.
Yeah, look, I don't take responsibility for being lied about, John.
You don't think that your deceptions against Ethan when you were trying to paint him as sabotaging my channel, you don't think that might have hurt your business? Because some people are still on the fence, even though they hang out on your stream, where they say, Mike's a good guy. I may not know much about Mike, but I know Mike's a good guy. They see your transparent attempt to ruin Ethan, to take a bitter little stab at him. You hurt your business, and this is what you do all the time. You call
it about you don't understand about forgiveness because
you call it a cult. You call it a cult. You imply it's cultish. Your right-hand man is damaging your business every time he refers to ComicsGate as cult. If you consider ComicsGate a part of your audience, you need to talk with your right-hand man, don't you? Don't you think?
I'm not responsible for Edwin's behavior.
When he comes on your streams and he's talking, Edwin, could you please not refer to ComicsGate as a cult or anything? along the lines of
Are you responsible for Ethan's behavior when he's on your channel?
If he says something I disagree with or I find damaging to my business, it is important to me.
How about when he's lying about me? That's not important.
What is he lying about you about?
Please, again.
Well, give examples, Mike. You can't just throw out this big thing and be like, okay, let's see where John can grab off to. Give me something. And look, I'm not Ethan. If I'm not privy to the information, I can't defend the guy. I'm not in your guys' conversation.
All of Ethan's speculating about me running a Ponzi scheme and all that bull crap. You let him run his mouth about that all the time.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know, Mike.
But
you can be a millionaire.
Speculate.
You can be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. I don't know.
Of my business, and you don't say anything.
You want to show me bank records? You give me your bank records. You give me your bank records, and I'll be like, dude, look, Mike's got $100,000 in the bank.
Have his own opinions is not okay. You are a hypocrite, sir.
What are you talking about? I can't correct a record I know nothing about. I know nothing about what's in your bank account. I don't know.
Neither does Ethan.
Maybe,
John. Maybe
I don't know. Look, you are speculating. You are speculating devious behavior on Ethan's part. Ethan is just speculating what's in your bank account.
No, he's speculating that I'm freaking using.
Ethan. I think Mike might have more money than you let on, Ethan. I don't know. Maybe, but
you're just a.
But I know that what you do to people is you try to put these ideas out into the ether, and you let them make up their own mind about it. How dangerous is that? How would you like if I started just coming up with speculations about you, Mike?
Like you did with the
out in the ether. No, not about how much is in your bank account, because I don't know.
Series of videos attacking me about something I never said because you're a liar and a hypocrite.
Wait, what am I lying about? What am I lying about?
Oh my gosh, dude.
What am I lying about? I want this stamped down.
You keep saying that I called ComicsGate a cult.
Well, I showed the evidence
that everybody believes it because you and Ethan keep freaking spitting that lie.
I showed the evidence, and you showed the DMs. Guys, I'm going to let that stand with you guys. I'm going to let it stand with the world. But look, man, anyone with any shred of integrity knows exactly where I'm coming from. 100%. And they're going to look at you, Mike, especially after now that they know that you just made up the fictional person that you weren't allowed to have on your show by the fictional group that told you who.
I said it was a principle. It was not a.
Yeah, it's a principle now. It's a principle now. Just like the tweet wasn't really what the tweet was supposed to be about. No, you were putting out these things into the ether to make it sound like ComicsGate was this oppressive hand on you, dictating who you could and could not speak to. And I want everybody to remember it was a lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. It was a fucking lie. You lied. It's a white lie. It's a fucking lie.
It's not even a white lie.
You're a liar, Mike. You're just just a little harmless lying. I just said
not even a white lie.
Who I can have on my channel
about that statement. You have freaking warped perception.
Yeah, I'm warped. I'm warped. I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. I speak in 2-syllable words, guy. Yeah, man.
You said you're dumb, John. Why do you?
Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm a big dummy, Mike. Got it. Yeah, right.
I never said that, John.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with my warped little mind. Go ahead.
Warped?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh. Let's go what, man? You're so
I know, Mike, you have zero argument.
Your vision of thing.
I'm giving you every opportunity to unload on me. Like, how can I heal you, Mike?
You have no ability to see things from anybody else's perspective but your own.
Pot, meat, kettle. Jesus Christ!
I did it on this stream when you said that about Ethan. I said, yeah, okay. I get that. I see it, and I apologized.
Mike,
but you're
deceptive. You're deceptive.
You have your perspective, your misunderstanding, and I
misunderstood nothing.
Misunderstand a thing, but rather than you saying, okay, maybe it's a misunderstanding, you're like, no, you're a liar.
No, that tweet was no misunderstanding, Mike.
It really was because
God
you're not reading what I
wrote. You're a fucking liar. Yeah, you're deceptive, Mike. You're just snaking around. You're snaking around. You're trying to
I will
skew
absolutely
the facts a little bit,
I
just
will let
a little bit,
I actually
just a little bit, just enough,
Here's
just
the
enough to make ComicsGate
Here's the
look
difference.
like what I've tried to paint it as being for
I'll
months. now. Just
let
a
what
little bit.
I said stand. I won't go in, take some little thing you said, take my version of what I think you said, and spend freaking 40 hours, a full work week, making a video to tear down your business, John.
You know what I think is so great? I think
does that.
I think what's so great about this is that not only was the tweet shown clearly, plainly, but you hammered it home yourself when you showed the D fucking M, man, and you still.
Which I don't understand.
I mean, it's comical. It's comical how much you are self-sabotage. Like,
this is an interesting like case study in perception, because you see it a way that is completely the opposite. And
it's 100% dead on, Mike. You are trying to create wiggle room for yourself.
I'm not. I showed the DM. I'll let the people read it in full and come to their own conclusions.
I read it, Mike.
How anyone like can think the way you do. It's so fast.
Guys, everyone that watches this, guys,
hard to me.
Understand he's manipulating you. He is manipulating you.
If it wasn't like actually painful, you know.
Yeah, I bet it is painful, Mike. I bet it is. Nothing hurts as much as when you can't escape the truth. Yeah, I bet it's very painful. It's not painful for me.
About you and targets your business for destruction.
It's not painful for me.
And maybe you don't know what it means to be a friend then.
No, Mike, I do know what it means to be a friend, but you try to manipulate.
Really not, because you do.
Are you my friend now, Mike? Well, let me give you that wiggle room, Mike, because it's the only way you can save that little bit of respect for yourself. No, I'm not giving you that wiggle room, Mike.
What kind of friend is that?
You're deceptive. You're deceptive. You're 100% deceptive. You try to manipulate. You try to manipulate your audience when you painting us as dictating who you could have. You are deceptive. I'll learn he showed it. Just go to the front of the video.
No, the point.
You can take that off now, Mike.
The point he's making is that me actively showing the DMs is not manipulating.
It's where you admitted to what I called you out on. You admitted it, Mike. You admitted it, and you're still trying to about it, man.
Of taking things out of context.
You guys, this is not somebody
out of context to make it sound like instead of talking about War Campaign, I'm talking about ComicsGate. You take literally one text of like 3 sentences, and you take the first 6 words. And you're like, don't read the rest. Don't read the rest. Look, see.
Oh, you mean the word salad that went behind the admission of guilt? Yeah, right.
Oh, my heavens.
Yeah, Mike, you're a deceptive liar, man. I mean, you've shown it. You've shown it. It's sad. It's disgusting.
That you're full of crap.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me finish your business here. This is all that's left of you, Mike. That's it.
I still marvel that you did all this crap to me while
I did it to you. I did it to you.
While we
did it to you, right?
While we were still friends, you spent a full work week making a video to destroy me.
Who cares if I spend how about I spend a month? Who cares? What does it matter? How long should I spend? How long should I spend? What's the appropriate? What's the appropriate amount of time for editing a video, Mike?
Why does it matter?
Too much time.
John, why does
no, because you're trying to I heard this before.
Why does it matter?
Before you run off with 20 other points, Mike, let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. You're like, oh, dude, what'd you do? Spend 40 hours on that? Oh, man. Oh, dude, what a fucking loser. Who fucking cares?
1 point.
Who cares how long that any reporter takes to get to the truth of the story? All right.
You dedicated a full work week to attacking.
I think I dedicated like 20 hours.
Your friend. You said you dedicated 20 hours in editing alone. which
Yeah,
means
yeah. The rest I'm working. Look,
find all
I
the
write down timestamps while I'm drawing comic books, Mike. I listen to live streams, Mike.
Regardless, I don't care if you spent 1 hour on it. You did it while we were.
No. That's my point. It doesn't matter how long I spent on it. This is a non-issue.
The point. You did it while we were friends.
Mike, you did a 3-part story on Ethan while you were friends. Mike, this is a principled man, everybody. He's a principled man.
That was me giving my perspective on an argument.
Your perspective. Wow.
I didn't take Ethan out of context.
Oh, did I take you out of context, Mike, when I showed your fucking tweet?
You're the king of it.
You are ridiculous.
Manipulator.
Yeah, I'm the manipulator. Yeah, when I'm coming up with false people when I'm implying I'm being controlled by the oppressive hand of this invisible Caesar that's saying who I can have on my channel and who I cannot. Never existed.
Yeah.
That's right. You didn't even remember who the name of the person was when I first brought it up. But you burned your way through, didn't you?
Because it wasn't a person. It was a principle. God, you're so obtuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yep. Mike, this is why things.
And by the way,
never go back to
the videos, the EVS versus Doug videos. I will let anyone go watch those and make up their own mind whether or not I was being fair or not. You were being completely unfair. That's different.
Okay. All right. Show me the metric for fairness, Mike. Show me the metric. Where's the barometer? How can we balance the fairness, Mike?
Taking things out of context and that I said something I didn't, targeting my audience, comics,
and not one time, even though you had the time to make a 3-part, multiple-hour deal with Ethan, not one time did you ever make a rebuttal video.
That's why you did it. You were white.
Not one time did you ever make a rebuttal video and correct any of this alleged out of context information that I did. Not one time.
I didn't want to keep providing you guys video
because it's the truth, Mike. It's the truth. I'm telling people the truth.
I want to continue to produce content for you guys to EFAP, which you always
if anybody is saying an untruth about me, I'm going to make a video on it.
I went for a walk to buy sunglasses and you EFAP it. That's why
it was a terrible video. It was a terrible video.
That's why I didn't. And you can ask Adam Friend. He wanted me to get on there and do debates on stuff, and I told him straight up I don't want to produce content for those guys to EFAP because they will.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Adam.
Absolutely. Look, there's going to be
no. You asked me why. That's my answer, and
there's going to be a mail-in after midnight on this, and that's
I'm sure there is.
The truth has to come out.
Work week on it.
The truth has. I might spend 2, Mike. It might not come out for a month. I don't know, Mike. I'm a pretty busy guy. We'll see what I can dig up here. But Mike, you've been completely disingenuous.
Absolutely,
you've gone out of your way to damage your own career, to go after the people who've helped you significantly, and you show very little gratitude for anything. What did you do?
Ethan and Doug on that video. Doug came back to me and said, I disagree with you, but I'm willing to listen to your perspective. Ethan came back and said, you're dead to me. Which one of those is the adult reaction?
It doesn't matter, Mike, because you can be offended or you can not be offended. It doesn't matter because you still never had to leave ComicsGate.
That's it. That's why you attacked me.
Mike. You could look, Mike, you can do your 3 videos.
Ethan.
You can do your 3 videos, Mike. You can do 5. Doesn't matter. But there's going to be a consequence between the relationship of you and Ethan because of that. How that pans out, that's in your power to control. But if you want to burn Ethan, then you lose access to Ethan. Why would he hang around you if you are actively going at it, or if he feels you are actively going at him?
You
could have stayed in ComicsGate and existed within ComicsGate. Your business would have been fine. But because you're a drama queen, Mike, You still had to leave ComicsGate. You couldn't just say, "Well, I just can't hang around with Ethan over there at Ethan all caps."
That was his choice.
Mike,
He's
he
the
doesn't
one.
want to hang out with you because he feels spurned by you.
He was the one that said I was dead to him.
Who cares?
His
Who
choice.
cares? Then you don't hang out with him. But your reaction was to burn your own house down, leave ComicsGate, call it a cult. Anything else? Anything? Oh, it's very cultish. Oh, let me do cross-examinations. Hey, we're going to talk about cults today with Doug to Maple. Come on, dude. You've done every bad play in the book.
I own it. I still say War Campaign acts like a cult.
Good. Who cares? You still could have been ComicsGate and said you think they act as a cult.
I care because you keep trying to take me saying that and convoluting it to me saying ComicsGate is a cult, and that's
you called ComicsGate a cult, man. You call them a cult. Edwin calls them a cult. You guys do it. No one's convoluting anything, Mike.
And Doug does. I do not find it because those two texts are the opposite of that.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. 100%. You're a liar. You're a liar.
And the DMs prove it as well. But for some reason,
right. You have a very odd sense of what is reality and what is not reality.
No,
your sense of reality does not match anybody else's sense of reality.
I beg to differ.
Anyone thinks this is comparing ComicsGate to a cult? Please don't. Fucking Christ. No, you're full of it.
Understand how you don't understand what that means.
You're so full of it. You're so full of it. Give me the wiggle room so I can worm right out of this one.
Room. It's there in black and white in text. Read it.
Then I show the DMs where I flat out admit John's right, but I'm still going to die in the middle. Everyone's got any evidence outside of these two tweets? Let me know. Until then, everyone's full of shit except me because it's convenient.
There it is. And this is with permission, everybody. So don't get all up in the air, but because I'm showing the DM.
With permission.
That is exactly what I said. Everyone, read it for yourself. You can
scroll
tell.
Up, scroll up. Those just joining us. Scroll up. Joining us.
Or what? I said everyone can read it for themselves and make up their own mind if they think you're smoking crack, because I certainly do. I don't understand. You just.
If I was smoking crack, I'd weigh a lot less. Scroll up so everyone can read the actual comments.
What? It just goes back to this one.
Yeah, let's bring it back into context. If you feel this is a point worthy of bringing up, then bring the whole conversation back from front to back. Let's see the tweet. Let's see your reply. Let's see where you admitted that I was right.
I'm not saying it.
I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that.
That I said it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lie, John.
Mike, there is no lie here except what you believe is what is reality. That is the only lie. It's the only lie.
There it is.
You took a tweet.
Is reality. What I believe is ComicsGate is not a cult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you're going to imply it because you're shady, because you're a deceptor. Yeah, you're going to apply it.
If I believed ComicsGate was a cult, do you think I would not say it?
Mike, you're yes. After you called it a cult, yeah. After that, I think you definitely made effort. I think you definitely made an effort to walk it back since then. But even then, you can't stop yourself because you still called it cultish, like the other day. Your walking stream, just a little cultish. Yeah. There's two mics, man. There's the mic that's repentant, and then there's the mic that just wants to send a little frog dissection video out to his buddy who loves frogs. Right?
At this point, John, honestly, you have gotten anyone in CG who thinks that I called it a cult to already abandon me. So I have literally.
I don't think everyone's going to abandon you because of that.
I have literally nothing to lose. I have literally nothing to lose if I actually believed ComicsGate was a cult to just freaking say it, John.
No, I think you walked it back because I think you realized that you need comic skaters. Yeah. The business part, Mike, the business hat, Mike, business face, Mike says, damn it, I need to get these guys back. Maybe I should unblock everybody, except this time when I bring them back, I'm going to make sure that there's no bans unless I give the ban, because I realized I fucked up when I banned all these super chatters, all these comics skaters. So I'm going to unban them for a New Year's resolution. Fresh start, everybody. It's a fresh start.
Reading minds. Right? This is you reading minds again.
Yeah. No, it's exactly what you do. You're a little snaky guy.
That's what I said I do.
You're deceiving people, blatantly wrong, and you can't come back to reality, because you'd have to look yourself in a mirror and you'd be afraid of what's looking back.
That's bizarre. Central Scrutinizer says, "You're being mendacious, Mike." I love it. Adam Friended is here. What was he saying? This is too funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Mike is right in this case in regards to the tweet and the DM. And because I am right in regard to the tweet and the DM, that means that John is lying.
You're right. Yeah, sorry, man. Look, you're going to have people that are going to, toe the line for you, all the way to the end, Mike. They will be your last super fans. They'll be your last
people. There are people who have spent the last 6 months listening to you and Ethan
is going to be there
as somebody that I am not. And now you can continue to do it here. So yeah, there's a divide. There's a divide based on a lie that you promote.
There's reality, and then there's Mike's world. Yeah.
Those are the
I live in the world everybody else lives in, where you look at that and you say, dude, you're being deceptive. You're being deceptive.
I'm not.
You can read it. They know exactly what's going on. Even right there on the screen. Okay, I'll give this one to you. I'll give it to you. Period. Okay, I'll give this one to you. Period.
Why can't you read the rest?
What you gave to me and what you conceded was that you were playing word games.
Why can't you read the rest of it, John? Why can't you read the rest of it? What was I?
Because it's regarding the guy who wrote the tweet. It's just ridiculous shit. Who cares?
Oh my god!
If you think CG is more important than God, you're in a cult. That's the one guy. But you're not. When you say, "Okay, I'll give this one to you,"
that's what I was giving to you.
No, you are saying that you conceded that you were playing word games.
Scroll up. Is not the truth.
Scroll up.
Misunderstanding. I am explaining to you.
You conceded because at that point you thought I was going to walk away because I said best of luck, Mike, and you wanted a life raft. So you said, okay, I'll give this one to you. That's what happened.
I'll give this one to you. I'm sorry I didn't use a colon instead of a period.
No, it doesn't matter, Mike, because then you just go off into talking about the guy in the tweet, which
because that's what I was giving to you, John.
Non-issue. It's non-issue what that guy said.
It is exactly the entire issue.
Nope.
Oh
nope. No, it's not. You conceded, Mike. You conceded when I called you on using wordplay, and then when you tried to read it slowly, I said, "Best of luck, Mike. I'm leaving," and you knew that was it. I was your last life raft that you had possible, so you conceded.
Why are you so?
You can't stop yourself, Mike. You flip from good Mike, bad Mike. All
it is you. This is you, John. This is all you.
Good Mike makes good decisions. Bad Mike is there, and he trumps good Mike.
Mike spinning the context.
You did it on your walk-in.
I'm just telling you to read what I said.
Yeah, if you think CG is more important than God, you're in a cult.
Context. That's right.
That's the guy in the tweet.
And that's what I was giving to you, John. God.
No, Mike. Mike, you're so wormy. You're so wormy. Just it's fitting that you hang out with the dirt worm.
Clearly, you don't understand English.
Yeah, that's it. Low IQ. Look, I told you, Mike. I'm already dumb, man. Totally dumb. Moron. Yeah, low IQ. You're smarter. That's it. But I'm playing checkers like a motherfucker. You're not going to get past me. You're not going to play your little deceptive shit on me. I don't come from whatever world you come from.
That's why I put it
on the real world.
Because I'm not.
I come from blue collar.
I'm not
work fucking job. 60, 70 hours a week. That's my fucking world, Mike.
I'm not interested in
that's where everybody
I put all the information on the screen.
You've been behind a drawing board way too long, dude. You've been behind a drawing board way too long. This stuff might work for people that are pencil pushers, Mike. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for every other blue-collar guy out there, and they pay your bill.
Sold a bill of goods by you and Ethan. They can read what I said.
Yep, you're such a little worm.
Make their own decision. That is not worming.
Mm-hmm.
That is giving people information to decide for themselves. I'm perfectly happy with letting people read what is right there and make their own decisions.
Disgusting.
Apparently, making your own decisions.
The evidence is right there. The evidence is right there. Look, you're gonna have people that are gonna ride and die with you all the way to the poorhouse. I congratulate you for having them. You listened to the wrong people. Hikaru is going to be with you right to the end because they're going to have their own little personal mic. They're going to have a little mic for their pocket. They're going to walk around with you in their pocket happily as you go to the poorhouse. Those are the people that are going to sit there and through this act like, Mike, I still see what you see, Mike. There's 4 lights, Mike. You tell me, tell me there's 5, Mike. I'm going to tell you they're 5.
There's 4 lights.
That's what you're cultivating. Those are the leftovers. That's why your viewership is down. That's why your super chats are down. That's why your metrics are just going down, man.
That's okay. I have to
surround yourself with just sycophants.
I understand. No.
One sicko fan. Sorry, three syllables.
It's because I have to rebuild.
Oh, Mike, you shed. You are shedding.
I have
how many? Like I don't even think you got a super chat during your entire working.
Constantly maligned to the CG audience by liars like you and Ethan for the last 6 months.
Yep.
That's why I've been shedding.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Not because you said if you're
you do one of these freaking videos.
You follow me because you know me from Ethan. Unsubscribe.
One of these attacking
videos.
Then
you bragged to that black Garrett.
So
then you bragged, Mike. You bragged to that quarter black Garrett guy about, I told people to stop on, to unsubscribe from me. Oh, how's that working? Splendid. Mike, this is what you did. You hurt your business. You did it.
I did.
I made videos because I didn't have a live stream, but this is me getting out there and having a conversation. How many times in a week are you talking shit about Ethan or War Campaign or whoever's driving you insane now?
It's not really the focus of my channel.
Yeah, right. Let's check the fucking tapes, right? Mike, ridiculous. Yeah. The focus of Ethan's channel is Star Wars.
It is. It has
that. Conversations on live streams go for a long time, and they tend to circle back to Ethan or myself or anyone else you feel went out of their way to ruin your business. But it was you, Mike. It was always you. It was you because you listen to people that give you the bad advice.
You spent a work week to
your
make a video.
What compliments your ego?
What kind of a man does that? You spent a work week to make a video to attack my business.
What kind of man spends a work week doing work? What kind of man does that?
Work, John.
What kind of man spends a work week?
Work, John.
Mike, your little attacks don't mean shit to me, dude, because I'm blue collar, man. I've done factories, I've done construction almost my entire fucking life, and you're pushing pencils, dude.
And therefore,
so your attacks on my fucking manhood mean jack shit, dude. Jack shit. I'm not afraid. Mike. I can go right back out into the workforce. I can get a $30 an hour job, dude. Not afraid. This does not control my destiny, but it does yours, Mike. Because when this fucks up, you gotta get a job. You gotta get a job. And I'm not going back out into the workforce. So I got nothing to lose.
Literally has nothing to do.
Yeah, so go ahead, man. Attack my manhood. Go ahead. Do it.
It's the act
of what happens when you sit behind a desk for 30 years, guys.
Of a bitter, angry child.
Yeah, I'm bitter.
Clearly.
I'm bitter. You're right. I'm so bitter that, God, I don't know how many times have I just been winning this year, man. I'm bitter. No, I'm upset, Mike, because you are transparent to me. And I think anybody out there in the audience, 100%, dude, you're just done. You're toasted. There's nothing left. Your principles are compromised. 100%. You've shown it here.
No.
You will lie. You will lie. You will deceive people. You will people willingly under false impressions. Because maybe Ethan sabotaged Jon.
Balls to lie to my face.
You're so, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say, Mike. Is there anything about ComicsGate that you would like to unload on me that I can just shove right back down your throat? Anything?
No, because I don't sit here and think about bad.
Yeah, you think about it a lot, Mike. A lot. You can't go without thinking about us. You can't.
Okay, Jon, you are not the end all be all of ComicsGate. Ethan is not the end all be all of ComicsGate. Ethan is Ethan. You are you.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
it is an idea.
Huh?
It's an idea.
Yeah. So stop saying
I'm not.
I hear it all the time.
I've always had a humble.
If I say something about Ethan, I'm attacking ComicsGate. No.
Attack? What? Go ahead, say something about Ethan. You're attacking all caps comics. You're not. If you say something about Ethan, that's all caps comics. That's not ComicsGate. If you say something about War Campaign, you're attacking War Campaign. That's not ComicsGate. But when you say ComicsGate, you're attacking ComicsGate. Yeah.
Such as when?
Such as this tweet, which you deny, and everybody else that lives in the real fucking world knows exactly what you meant.
But they don't. They do know.
Just like when you lied about the fictional person.
You obviously don't know what I meant. So
just like when you lied about the fictional person and the fictional guest that were the aggressive hand of ComicsGate was stopping you from having on your show. Yes, you are a deceiver, Mike. I've laid it out. That's the case. It's plain as day. What more?
Nothing. I mean, obviously you're impossible to talk to because you have no sense.
No, because I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm not going to give you submission when you have nothing.
Reason.
I gave you 1 point. I gave you 1 point. And the 1 point is that likely I did tell you that the Lone Star thing was not something that I wanted to have its own book. That's it. Because I think you're right. Everything else, I think you're 100% wrong on. 100% wrong.
Well, you're welcome to your opinion.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending your time with me, Jon.
Yeah, my pleasure. And have a great 2020, Mike.
I absolutely will. You too, brother.
Maybe I'll be seeing you in the workforce.
Yes, my only option is comic book. I'm such an idiot. All right, dude. Good day. Well, that was fun. Mike Malin is your friend. Let me go back and try to find where all these freaking super chats are. Cecil, you're a bad man. How dare you say that in the middle of my freaking thing? Let's see. Malin, Mr. Blue Collar, Ethan. Shut up, Malin. All right, we got $300 super chats. We got one from Hikaru. Malin, you're a lying sack who only cares for himself. You backstabbing POS. Your art sucks. I don't think that's fair, Hikaru, but you did pay $200 to say it. So let me repeat it. Malin, you're a lying sack who only cares for himself. You backstabbing POS. Your art sucks. From Hikaru to you, Jon. Comic Artist Pro Secrets for $100. I forgive you. Keep your pride. I'll pray for you. Well, thank you very much, Ethan. Thank you for the $100. And another $100 from Ethan says, here you go, Mike. Bless you and your family. God bless, Ethan. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. $200 gets your chat read twice, says DJ Peterson. Yeah, I need to hold on. I need to go back and find I need to find how to get back to the let me go to Creator Studio Classic here. Skip. I gotta read all these super chats because there were a bunch. Video manager, live streaming, live control room. There we go. Well, that was fun. Anybody else have fun? So it's incredible. It is really a study in like how two people can look at something and it's just so completely opposite understanding of the same freaking words. It's bizarre, don't you think? Let me see. Go back to the top here. Ray Thulu for $10 says, "Why is it that as a regular mod here, I didn't recognize any of the names that were talking smack about Anna last night? Is it gonna take the Scooby Gang to solve this mystery?" Everett Todd for $2 says, "This is stupid. John, get out for language." I know he didn't stick to the rules of my channel, but we did kick the kids out. So, the real Dr. Venkman for $1.99 says, "ComicsGate is a drama cult. Drink it, man." John Wick for $2 says, "Pencil. Can someone lend me a pencil?" Darth Vetter for $4.99 said, "I only backed your Kmart Captain America books because of EVS, as did many others. Watch the drop-off for the 3rd issue. It will be interesting to find out what happens." Andrew for $2 says, "If you never liked EVS, then why take all his help?" I honestly thought that Ethan had a change of heart. He said that he had found God again and that he had been praying for the first time in years. And honestly, those for a very long time, it seemed like, we would talk scripture together at times and stuff. And I really did think Ethan had a change of heart and he was becoming a better person. Apparently not. People Circus for £2. Distractions. You at the bed with pride tweet. Finn. Not sure what that means. Another £2 from People Circus. Hashtag Shady Mike. Darth Vedder for $4.99. Your childish attitude is why you lost me as a supporter, Mike. Take personal responsibility for your actions. I try to, Darth Vedder. I try to. I'm not a perfect man. I will say that a million times. Real Dr. Vickman for $1.99. Liberal John, take the L and walk away. Tinfoil Oracle for $5. The schism has occurred for a good reason. John, just stop trying to burn Byzantium on your crusade. Thank you. That's an interesting observation. Adam Post, $2 says, "Mike, just apologize already. I apologize for the things for which I believe I am guilty. I do not like being accused of things I did not say or do." Andrew Huerta for $1.99 says, "Do your own thing, Mike, and just let CG be." Well, John wanted to come on and have this hash out, so. Tim Collins for $5. EVS promoted Lone Star and raised you tens of thousands. John promoted Drawn and Quartered and made it watchable. Your pride made you throw it away. No, Tim. First of all, nothing has been thrown away. We will see next year how Lone Star 3 does. And yes, I have lost a certain number of backers due to the incessant lying of Jon Malin and EVS. But I'm not starting at zero, right? I've got 6,000 something subscribers. I've got an email list of thousands. I'm not starting at zero, but I am I'm in rebuilding. I'm in a rebuilding stage. So I do appreciate, and I know it's not because I attack Ethan so much, it doesn't sound like it, but I do appreciate what he has done for me. But that does not make me beholden to keeping my mouth shut when I think he does something wrong. I can't be bought. And I don't apologize. Gark777 for $9.99 says, "Hikaru has a tiny peen." Hikaru, are you going to put up with that? Hashtag Epstein did not kill himself. People Circus for another £2. This is like trying to teach math to a cat in Latin. I know, people. John just doesn't understand. Captain F-Head says, for £2, "I want a refund." I can't refund you £2. Sorry. The real Dr. Big for $1.99 says, "Jon Malin 2020. Who cares?" Indie Dave Comics for $5 says, John, Mike, both of you calm down and back Oddity, Madness in the Marsh, now in demand on Indiegogo. The real Dr. Venkman for $1.99 says, Malin sounds a lot like Don Lemon. So effing weird. I don't hear it, but okay. Well-read user 1 for $5 says, guys, this is how forgiveness works. Step 1, forget the grievance list. John cannot forget a grievance list. If you notice, those were his talking points, and he went back to them over and over and over again. No answer will ever be good enough to make you forgive someone. Well-read user 1 for another $5. Canadian says 2. It takes 2 to fight and takes 2 to forgive. Both get on the same page to take the next step. I know that's the weird thing. There's no allowance for perception. John believes his perception is reality. Whereas, honestly, I don't, in the first tweet, taking out of context, I could see him perceiving it and using it, but it's still disingenuous. The second one, I mean, if he's earnest, okay, you know what? I have to step it back calling him a liar. If he is earnest, that's what he believes I said, then technically he's not lying. But he's just wrong, and he won't accept that he may be wrong. Adam friended. Oh gosh darn it. Do I have that stuck on there? Hold on a second. New comics. Hide current comment. There we go. All right, let's see. Where were we? Let me blow this back up. Adam says, Mike said he would debate me. I hope that's still on. Yeah, Adam, I can send you the link if you want to come on. Well-read user 1 for $5 Canadian says, both say, dude, I'm sorry. I was an a-hole. Kick me around if you want, but I won't do anything to retaliate anymore. Get on the same, for another $5, get on the same page and stick to it. That's the only way to save the friendship. At this point, I pretty much think it's beyond repair because he's just so incredibly obtuse. John, don't you have a comic to work on, says Jay Hamilton. TLJ Russian bot for $4.99 says, Mike, I love you and the fam, but siding with Doug is an unforgivable turnoff. Also, EVS is a jackal, but certainly a lesser evil than Doug. Doug is not a perfect man, but I've been friends with Doug for years, so I'm not going to turn on my friend just because he's turned on my other friends. This whole loyalty above principle thing is just garbage tier to me. Loyalty cannot be your first principle. Otherwise, you excuse every Nazi that followed the commands of Hitler. Not comparing CG to freaking Hitler. Gosh dang it. Darth Vader for $4.99 says, when will the Mike and Edwin sex tape be on Indiegogo? That'll be never, Darth Vader. Very childish. Chimera for $2 says, screw it. I'll show my book too. Back SOS Volume 1. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. B. Hennessy said, let's just all be cool again, man. Different groups live and let live. I love comics. That's it. Bygones be bygones. Focus on the fun again. Here, let me go back to StreamYard so I can highlight stuff. Is that StreamYard? No, that's YouTube. That's StreamYard. Send Comic Artist Pro Secrets the link. No. My honor is loyalty was literally the motto of SS. So why is Doug so hated again? Because EVS says so. Well, Doug went out guns blazing and started calling ComicsGate a cult. And I urged him not to, because like there's still good people in ComicsGate. Normal, rational people are in ComicsGate, so you can't broad brush the whole thing. But Doug's his own man. He doesn't listen to me, so whatever. But that's why I think that's a big reason why he's targeted and hated by War Campaign and Ethan and Doug and Cecil and everything. Bianca Fights the Zombie says, I agree with Ben Hennessy. Forgive and forget. Let's see. Is Adam still here? You love Doug now? I've always loved Doug. He's my friend. He's my friend. He's a fellow believer. He's a fellow comic book creator. Yeah. I won't hate him because my friends hate him. Sorry. Doesn't work like that. That's not loyalty necessarily. I mean, maybe it's loyalty, but it's friendship. It is friendship, man. Doug is a traitor. Okay, whatever. Matt says, Mike is so disingenuous. I'm really not, though. I'm really not. DJ says there's no friendship anymore. It's clear Malin doesn't want to be friends. That is quite clear. It is quite clear. Mr. Dead in his pocket says there never was a friendship to begin with. Well, you know, when you've got a guy, again, spending a full work week making videos, a single video, to attack your business while he's calling himself your friend, with friends like that, I think I'd rather be friends with Renfamous. Wilberforce Wooster for $20 says, thank you for your point about Malin not lying if he believes what he says. Better if you said it when Malin was here, but oh well. Have a great year, Mike. Thank you, Wilberforce. I appreciate that. I like your name too. Wilberforce. Roscoe Davis, honest question. Does CG need internal villains that they feel try to cancel them to inflate their self-importance because mainstream didn't go after them properly? Gosh, that's a good question. Let me put it up. Does CG need internal villains that they try to feel to cancel them to inflate their self-importance because mainstream didn't go after them properly? I don't think need is the issue. I said the other day that it is anger and outrage that drives a lot of super chats for people. And, you know, I heard Cecil saying, what difference does it make where the money comes from? Well, you know, you reap what you sow. It does make a difference. I mean, the money itself doesn't make a difference, but I'm here to make comic books. I know I'm a terrible YouTuber. I admit it. Terrible. I'm doing this to build slowly build a community of people who like me as a person and like my product. So whatever. Spartan said, Mikey suggested if Malin should look at himself to the possibility he is wrong. Can I ask, will you do the same? I mean, you saw me do it on stream. I saw what I said about Ethan. I concluded, yeah, I looked at it from his perspective. I concluded that I was wrong. I accepted it. I owned it, and I apologized for it. I can't apologize. I can't own and accept and apologize for things I have not been convinced through perception or through argument or whatever that I am wrong about. I have to think I'm wrong. Otherwise it's not repentance. I have to accept that it's wrong for it to be repentance. And you witnessed me do it here, so you know I'm perfectly capable of it. King Crow says, so why attacking everyone and promoting hate makes someone a good man? Don't ask me. It doesn't make sense to me. Captain Hiltz for $9.99 says, let's take a step back and look at the last 48 hours. 12 plus hours of CG figureheads going ape crap live over a walk and talk vid of a former creator that, by their own words, is a nobody to their movement. Why? Content, pettiness. Steve Brown says, can you accept that he was hurt by it and you feel bad for hurting him? Absolutely. I know I really do think John is just hurt by me leaving ComicsGate and that he lashed out at me because of it. But I don't think he is capable of admitting to that. I sincerely doubt it. But I do. I accept your point, Stephen. They need villains. EVS lost my respect. Me too. John's lost my respect at this point too. Getting hurt isn't an excuse for lying. Well, again, if he truly believes all that stuff, which is untrue, then it's not technically a lie. That's not really the point, though, because lie or not, if you have a problem with someone who is a friend, you talk it out, like, because you're friends. You don't spend a whole work week creating a video to attack that person's business, livelihood, and yes, food off of my children's tables. Deltaverse Comics for $5 says, you know what's more entertaining than this? Johnny's Law by me and Ebi Canales. Free prequel. So sign up on our email list at deltaversecomics.com. That is deltaversecomics.com, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up for that mailing list. If it's the truth, then it hurts. The truth hurt. Wait, what? Mr. Hellstrom says, too many so-called creators keep sucking up to EVS because they need him to get their book published. It's true. It's true. King Crow, cancel culture is alive and well in CG. Do you support that? I do not, but I'm not CG, so I can't tell them what to do. Crisis in Culture says, John is using feelings to justify his position. It's not logical, but you're trying to skirt around the weight of your words and actions. You both suck. I'll take that. I can suck. Granted, ladies and gentlemen, very, very much admitted, I can definitely suck. But yeah, he is using his feelings to justify his position. As I said before, there are two positions to take. You can make the truth your agenda, which is facts don't care about your feelings, or you can make your agenda the truth, which is using your feelings to justify your position. That's what I feel happened as well. That is what I feel happened as well. Adam is on with EVS, so probably not coming in. Oh, really? Oh, Adam. Are they stream sniping me again? Farmer Dan says, take away the pomp and presentation of Earthworm Jim, and I would still take it over Cyberfrog. It's my personal taste. The pomp and presentation? Well, yeah, it's a big book. It's a big book. Alan said, you'd think he'd want to surround himself with men of strong conviction and truth rather than a bunch of yes men. That's weak. Well, it's a certain personality type that wants to surround themselves with yes men. And ding, ding, ding. So, John needs to believe EVS is right. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I think I got him pretty good on that point, that he'll just sit there and he'll let EVS freaking speculate at my expense all day long and not say bibbity boo about it. But oh my gosh, I speculated about EVS and I'm a dirty, manipulating liar. No, John, you're just a hypocrite. That's why. Oh. Adam is a leech who thinks attaching himself to Ethan will give him the advantage. You're talking about Adam Friended? I'm kind of bummed that he's gone, because kind of wanted to get him in here. Delaroz isn't a grifter, he's just a clown. I don't want to bash John right now, but he's certainly not a grifter. A lot of the guys that jump on you do it to sell their crappy looking comics. I think a lot, it's yes men, right? They go on Ethan's show and they're so. Eric says John was never your friend, Mike, and he probably has never had a real one with that personality. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. John is a racist. What? Come on. No. See, that's the thing. Someone who makes an accusation like that, I will stand up for John. John is not a racist. I've never seen any kind of anything that would why would you say that? You did speculate on Ethan and his motivations. That was wrong and you should apologize. Second, run from those people. They're nuts. Jeff, that's what I apologized for. But thanks for bringing it up. JDA is not a racist. He is Mexican or something. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jon Malin. Yeah, John Delarosa is Mexican or something. He probably meant Delarosa. Tor says, how are you going to promote your comics? Use Doug's email list, which he will never give out. How am I going to promote my comics? The way I promoted the first ones? Oh, do you think that you can't promote your comics unless you're allowed on Ethan's show? Come on, guys. Come on. There's guys that never got on Ethan's show that did quite well. Yeah, I probably need to do a little more publicity, maybe a short video on your channel. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I need to do more. I like I said, I'm a terrible YouTuber. I really do need to focus more on making videos that are designed to lure people into the channel rather than just always doing live streams. Thing is, I like doing live streams. So, gosh darn it, it is 5:39. I don't know. Should I do? I've already streamed so much today. I got to do some writing. But do you think I should do? What the hell's the name of my show? Bullpen. Should I do the bullpen tonight? Did you know? Mike has a big email list, so he'll do okay for the next campaign. I have a considerable email list. Do a movie poster advert for Lone Star. Oh, that could be fun. Do it tomorrow. To be honest, there are a lot of people who would not give a dime. I would not give a dime to in ComicsGate. But there are some that I would. Mostly it has to do with art quality than personality. Right. that's, I mean, isn't that like a core concept of ComicsGate? Right? Good comics, and all that. Treat your customers. Treat customers well, and they'll come back and back your projects. Just treat customers well. Yes, bullpen, please. All right, if I'm gonna do a bullpen, first of all, I've got to put some feelers out there to see if I can get some people in here, and otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back out now because that's would start in an hour 20 minutes if I do it. So I'll probably do it. Quality and good customer service. That is correct, Pablo Romero. Art, that's what it all should be about. So anyways, thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone for the super duper chats. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you, Jon Malin, for taking the time to come here and be that obstinate son of a gun you always are. God bless everybody, and aloha.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.